not all men are created equal. And if you believe that, that's a lie. Ndikavo ya tenisi. Urchinwa, Chuchahone, Ratome. There's never been a collection of talent like this in the league, and I love it because it makes for good basketball, and that's what we've gotten this year. I think I'm gonna start incorporating this a lot more. Yeah, are you with me? Are we together? Stay with me now. Perfectly executed head kick, man. Pound for pound, headshot, KO. Okay, let's talk basketball. And that part is where he loses it. He can't wrestle to save his life. He can't even wrestle a dummy, bro. Because this season had everything. The drama, the highlights, the injuries. Damn, don't get me started with the injuries, bro. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. What's good? What's good? What's good? Yeah. Might as well keep that in there. What's good, bro? What's good? Yeah. That's 31 of them things. Episode 31. He talks sports, and his name is Mukundi. What's good? Let me not even go too far. Let me start with this, man. Dogotel. I played your intro a bit too early.
Yeah, you did. I don't know what was happening there.
What's good, bro?
I'm good. I'm good and fantastic. Having a great time.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about the atrocity of a team of mine. I just don't want to have that conversation right now.
No,
Still fourth, fifth, somewhere there.
But we have to.
What's that? Fourth, fifth, somewhere there. We lost to Arsenal the other time. Of all the teams we lose to, we lost to Arsenal. But it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. We still are in the running for a trophy. So we'll
a trophy.
A trophy, yes.
When was the last time y'all had one of these?
The Champions League we won in 2021, so that's 4 years removed. Then we won the Club World Cup in 2022. We won the Super Cup, which is the Champions League winner, the second tier of the European division, the Europa Cup. We won that again in 2022, and we haven't won anything substantial since. So now we're in the third tier of European competition, but we have a chance to win that. It's still a European trophy.
A chance.
Yeah. We should win it. But
I was about to say, how good of a chance do you have?
About a 70% good chance, but it's Chelsea, and I know my team. I might just pull away from it.
Quote of the year. And I know my team. And I know my team. Yep. Yo, my dude, what's good with you, bro? Yeah. Do you see that my table is getting full? Bit by bit, I'm running out of space just to keep my phone and the Mixcast, bro. My table is getting full. You know the Lombardi, something the Ravens don't. Well, they do. Something Lamar Jackson doesn't. You know the Lombardi. This right here is the Larry O'Brien trophy. Oh, dropping my stuff. But I'm going to talk about this later. Last week, we got a new member of the family. We got a new member in the family. And I didn't even get a chance to introduce the new member of the family. This, my dear friend. Yeah. Did you know that it opened up? Yeah. Ndikavo ya tenisi. Urchinwa, Chuchahone, Ratome. Do you understand? Rifari in the name of our Lord and Savior, Djokovic Federer. Do you understand? This is a piece of history, dog.
And Nadal.
Okay, fine. In the name of the Nadal, the Federer, and the Djokovic. In the name of the Federer, the Nadal, and the Djokovic, which none of this would have been possible without the Virgin Serena. So yes, shout out to the Wimbledon trophy. Bro, so this is the men's Wimbledon trophy, right?
Yeah.
And the women's Wimbledon trophy does it just look the same as well?
It's a dish. It's different.
Oh, it's that dish that they be holding. Yeah, I just got into tennis, bro. If you just got into tennis, there's one match you have to watch. 2008, Nadal, Federer, Wimbledon final. Hands down, look, I don't know my tennis that well, but I know enough to say that's probably the greatest sporting exhibition I've ever seen. Not just tennis match. The greatest sporting exhibition I've ever seen. Just two athletes at the peak of their powers. And they went at it. Anyway, that's why we have the Wimbledon over here. Oh,
and Nadal won that one. Just saying, Nadal won. I'm just.
It was like 18
No, he's like 21.
21. Yeah, but he was a spring chicken, man, is what I'm saying. And this year's for all the soccer fans. All the soccer fans. This is for you as well. All my soccer people. Yes, soccer. This is football, basketball, soccer, tennis, soccer. What should I add? Should I get a UFC belt right there? I think a UFC belt would look so cool right there, right? What else can I put? I can put what else? WWE belts. Even though I've only talked about WWE once, and then some boxing gloves. Anyway, damn, such a long-winded intro. Let me drink my water. Okay, my dude, how are you? Are you fine? I'm fine. You can tell me though. Mukundi, I'm well. Mukundi, I'm fine. It is a very rocky situation. Rocky Edwards. Oh man, I've never liked Leon Edwards. I'm not even gonna lie. He's a great fighter. You don't become a UFC champion if you're a slump. If you're a chump, you just don't. All right. However, you're a scrub. Yeah, you don't become a UFC champion if you're a scrub. However, not all champions are built the same. Not all men are created equal. And if you believe that, that's a lie. If you believe that, you're lying to yourself. That's why JaVale McGee drops 30 and it's a career game. Luka drops 30, it's another day at the office. Not all men are created equal, bro. But I digress. Leon Edwards was choked out in round number 4. Shout out. Sean Brady. You did your thing. Sean Brady came in as the underdog in this fight. And of course he did. He's going up against former UFC welterweight champion Rocky Edwards, the man who knocked out Kamaru Usman, and then he beat him by unanimous decision in the next fight, only to lose to Belal Muhammad. You know what? That's my beef with Leon Edwards, actually. That's my beef with Leon Edwards. My beef with Leon Edwards is not knocking out Kamaru Usman. My beef with Leon Edwards is losing to Belal, and now our champion is Belal Muhammad, whose nickname is Remember His Name, and the security guard couldn't even notice him when he tried to get in the octagon. They had to say, yo, this is Belal. So remember his name who? And he's high up in the pound for pound rankings as well. I don't like it. I don't like how high up Belal is and how low Alexander Pantoja is. But I'm not getting into that. That's a whole discussion that I went on for like 5-10 minutes last week. Go check that if you want to. Actually, you should. It's a great talk. Leon Edwards lost to Sean Brady in the 4th round. 1 minute 39 seconds in. He gave him his back and it was over from there. What else can I say besides the fact that once again, he has shown us that Leon Edwards is a great striker. Yeah, that's it. We're waiting for something else. Yeah, he's a great striker. But this is mixed martial arts. And that part is where he loses it. He can't wrestle to save his life. He can't even wrestle a dummy, bro. Can't. Kamaru Usman had his way with him. And if it wasn't for that head kick KO, he would have won that fight. Usman was winning that fight. But you do what you gotta do to win. And that was a perfectly executed head kick. I ain't even tripping. Cool. In the rematch, Usman tried, but Leon Edwards had good takedown defense, and not only did he have good takedown defense, he did a good job of keeping the fight on the feet. He made sure they stood the whole fight, and I ain't even mad. You do what you gotta do to win the fight, and he knew, I can't wrestle this dude. Let's come out of Usman. He's been wrestling his whole life. He dominated the whole division because of that. What I can do is try to strike with him. And it worked for the rematch. And Belal said, I will put you down. And Belal put him down. And he kept him down. And that's how Leon Edwards lost the match. Bro, it got so bad. Remember they dropped him on his head? Bro, Belal was trying to take him down and then he dropped him on his head. I was certain he killed him. Just his ego, though. So, that's it. Leon Edwards has fallen off. And it's not even... I'm not surprised. I saw this happening. I saw this coming. I was never convinced that He's that tier of fighter. He's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. That's what the good fighters are. Right there. That's all the good fighters are. That's where you'll find Leon Edwards. That's where you'll find Bilal Muhammad. You know? That's where you'll... Okay, this is where you'll find Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland is an okay fighter, but we just love him. Okay? So this is the tier of fighters that Leon Edwards is. Good fighters and can beat any other fighter on any given night. However, if you are a champion in the UFC and you keep your title for a long time, at least 2 years, and not only did you keep it by just being the champ for 2 years, you defended it decisively so, then we put you up here. That's where you'll find Kamaru Usman. That's where you'll find Israel Adesanya. That's where you'll find Anderson Silva, GSP, Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. That's where you'll find John Jones. Here is where you'll find people like Chael Sonnen, Lyoto Machida. Yeah, they retired. This is where you'll find currently Rafael Fiziev. Good fighters, just not great. I think I'm going to start incorporating this a lot more. Eh? Yeah. Are you with me? Are we together? Stay with me now.
Sorry, Professor. I don't get the part about the good.
What don't you understand, hey? Okay, let's be serious. But for real though, Sean Brady came in and handled his business, bro. I can't even hate. Significant strikes. He landed 57 significant strikes as opposed to Leon Edwards, 23. He had 5 of 7 takedowns. Leon Edwards had 0 of 1. So Sean Brady handled his business this fight, and Leon Edwards needs to go back and work on it. How old is Leon Edwards? He is 91. So he's 34 years old. He's 34 years old. You still young enough to have a few more good years. At that age, at 34, as a mixed martial artist, especially in that division, you can have another 3 good years. However, I think your title days are over. Because not in that division. You're turning 35 next year, and I doubt there's going to be a championship opportunity for you for another year or 2. That just means time is against you. And it doesn't help the fact that young talent will be coming up as well. So there's nothing for you to do. Nothing. Leon Edwards, you can still win fights. And I believe in you. You're a good fighter. However, Sean Brady handled his business. And what's next for Sean Brady now? He just beat a former champion. What's happening? Are we giving him a shot against Bilal? Are we giving him a shot? I think if Sean Brady can fight Ian Machado Gary or Shavkat Rakhmonov, one of those two, that will really give us a sort of gauge as to what fighter he is. He's a good fighter, but is he really on that tier? Because right now, the gold standard in the welterweight division for me is Shavkat Rakhmonov, Ian Gary. And because he's the champion, Bilal Muhammad, right? Why do I say Muhammad? Mohammed. Yeah, Bilal Muhammad. Anyway, tell me what you think. Am I tripping? Am I just being a Leon Edwards hater? Which I am, by the way. I'm not denying it. Like, he knocked out Kamaru Usman, okay? He put him to sleep, broke my heart. One of the few, okay, not even few men. That was going to be a lie. That was going to be because I have a very extensive list of men that broke my heart. So, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Leon Edwards, you're on the list. You're on the list. Simply because you knocked out Kamaru Usman. I can't even hate because, once again, perfectly executed head kick, man. Pound for pound, headshot, KO. Okay. Let's talk basketball. Let's talk basketball. This is the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Something that Chris Paul has never touched. Something that Carmelo Anthony has never touched. Something that Vince Carter has never touched. Okay, I love Vince Carter. I don't think he deserves a straight like that. But it's true. A lot of players. Raptor. Yep, the greatest. Shout out Kawhi Leonard. So, the NBA, the National Basketball Association, has a problem. And this is a good problem to have. They got too much talent, too much skill, too many great players. Let me tell you why. I've said this before, and I'm gonna say it again on this show. There has never been a collection of talent quite like the one we have now in the league. I'm talking from your superstars to your OGs to your young stars. There has never been this much talent. If you don't believe me, let me give you a list of names, right? I'm gonna give you 3 lists. Young stars, superstars, OGs, because that's the tiers, those are the tiers I've put them in. We got your young stars, right? And then we got your superstars, your current superstars, the dudes that are currently running the game, right? And then we got your OGs, who are also running the game. But listen to this. Scotty Barnes, Anthony Edwards, Chet Holmgren, Victor Wembanyama, Cade Cunningham, LaMelo Ball, Ja Morant, Tyrese Maxey, Zion Williamson, Jalen Williams, Trae Young, Darius Garland, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Tyrese Halliburton, Tyler Hero. Did I even mention Anthony Edwards? No, I didn't. Did I mention LeBron James Jr.? Okay, I'm sorry. But I didn't. Those are the young stars in the league right now. Those dudes are all 25 and under. 25 and under. And they're already some of the best players in the league. And it's safe to say they got at least another 10 years to go. Right? Cool. But let me tell you, these people, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jason Tatum, Nikola Jokic, Anthony Davis, Jalen Brunson, Joel Embiid, man, Donovan Mitchell. These are now your current superstars, your quote-unquote best players in the league. These are all all-star, all-NBA caliber players, right? Jaylen Brown, even Drew Holiday, players like that. Those are stars, bro. CJ McCollum, Brandon Ingram, those are stars. De'Aaron Fox. Fine. And now, let's get to the top tier. Well, not the top tier, but let's get to the last tier, who I call the OGs. Of course, when we talk OGs, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. Hell, even Chris Paul is still balling. Not on an all-star caliber level, but Chris Paul can still give you great minutes. Look at that, bro. Did I even mention the fact that DeMar DeRozan is still a great player? Jimmy Butler is still a great player. There's never been a collection of talent like this in the league. And I love it because it makes for good basketball. And that's what we've gotten this year. If you haven't enjoyed this season, you just don't enjoy basketball. Because this season had everything. The drama, the highlights, the injuries. Damn, don't get me started with the injuries, bro. With the only low being the All-Star game, this season has had everything and then some. I just saw the power rankings yesterday. It's OKC, it's Cleveland, it's Boston, it's Milwaukee. No, not Milwaukee, it's Golden State, and it's LA. How are Golden State and LA in the power rankings at this point of the season when at the start of the season we had no expectations for either team? The only expectations we had was the Lakers have LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and they will somehow get to the playoffs, and that's the ceiling we have for them. The Warriors have Steph Curry and Draymond Green, and that's the ceiling we have for them, and they will make it work. We're looking at both those teams as contenders now. And it's just with a few moves, a few additions here and there. Yeah, sure, the Lakers gave up Anthony Davis, and they got Luka Doncic, which is going to move the needle on any franchise. But my chat is, this is not just by coincidence. This is by design. There's great players, and that's going to affect the standings. That's going to affect people's salaries. That's going to affect the all-NBA teams. All of them. Because now they even saw that it's a problem. Remember a few years ago, they saw that this is becoming a problem. A lot of skilled and great players are in the league. And what do? For your all NBA teams now, you don't necessarily need to have guard, forward, center. No. You can just have an all NBA first team, all NBA second team, all NBA third team. But it doesn't matter now. It really doesn't. Dude, do you realize, I just realized, did I mention Trae Young with the young stars? Like, the same thing that happened to Trae Young this season. He didn't make the All-Star team. Not because he's not great, but because there are other great players. And thank God someone got hurt so he managed to step in. But imagine if that wasn't the case. Imagine if that didn't happen. We would have said Trae Young was snubbed for the 2025 All-Star season. It's not even the first time this happens. That's why they said he got traded. So is there a solution? Do we now need to bring an All-NBA fourth team? It doesn't even help. The only saving grace is the fact that you have to play 65 games to even be considered. So Joel Embiid, you're safe, don't worry. So all of that. Just, man, the landscape of the league is mad. I didn't even get to talk about the playoffs. We'll talk about that next week. But yeah, the NBA is a very talented league. The NBA is a very fun league. And we have a lot of great players, young players, veterans, and seasoned veterans alike. And with that, it creates a problem when we have to award the best players, which I guess is a good thing because that lets you know you're the best of the best. What you got for me, bro?
Man, with the whole talent conversation, I just listened to you talk about nothing. There, you were. No, I'm joking. No. So with the talent, I think.
Why didn't I turn off your mic?
So with the talent, I'm not sure it's a thing of like you're not talented enough. Sure, for you to get to the NBA, there's only like 400 jobs to get to the NBA. So you're talented just to get there, unless you're Anthony Bennett.
As Charles Barkley always says, there's no bad player in the NBA.
Yeah, there's Anthony Bennett and the rest, right? Then there's so for you to get all NBA.
He's not in the NBA, but yes.
What?
Anthony Bennett is not in the NBA, but yes.
He was at one point, right?
Number one pick, boy.
He played more basketball than I ever did.
Coach Bennett,
okay.
yeah.
So for you to get to all NBA, I think the situation the NBA finds itself is it's a good thing. Yes. I think it's a good thing.
Yes.
But I disagree that it's not fair that if you're in the NBA and you're talented, you get snubbed for all NBA. That just means, maybe this is my question to you, this just means you're not good enough amongst the good people to get into the good enough club. Is that a good, or is that a right or wrong statement?
It's two sides of a coin. I'll tell you why. You're right. If you didn't make the cut, plain and simple, you weren't good enough to make the cut. Simply put, that's how it works in every aspect of life. However, look at it. I'll give you a great example with the guards in the West, right? So on the All-Star team, there's a spot for 4 guards, right? 4 from each conference. You have Steph Curry, Luka Doncic, Ant-Man, Ja Morant, SGA. You have, I'm forgetting someone, but these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guards. You've seen all of these guys play basketball. Would you tell me, are you telling me none of these guys is an all-star caliber player? None of these guys is an all-star. And none of these guys deserve to be an all-star, given what you've seen them do on each team.
Amongst the all-stars?
Man, there's even the new bull, the young bull in Houston, Jalen Green. I'll put him up there as well. So that's 6 spots. That's 6 great players. Objectively, you look at their stats, you look at how their teams are doing.
How many of them can make it?
What?
How many of them can make the cut?
Only 4 out of them.
Only 4?
Yes. So now we also gotta remember the fact that it's the All-Star game, right? So it might not have been the best example, but it's apt, I guess. It's the All-Star game. Star power plays a role. Fine. So we'll say Steph is gonna make it automatically because of star power. People are gonna vote for him. And then Luka's also gonna make it star power. People are gonna vote for him. Those are your starting guards chosen by the fans. The coaches get to pick the reserves. Who are they gonna pick out of these 4 great players?
Well, I think now I think we might start to have a conversation about media and PR being a skill.
Oh, it is. It is. That's why Nikola Jokic doesn't have that many endorsements.
I think that's the chat that needs to be had now. In order for you, now it has to be incorporated as that soft skill. It's not good enough for you to ball out hard like, who's that? Who's JG?
Jalen Green.
Jalen Green, Jalen Green. I know Steph Curry, but I don't know. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now it has to be a skill that players might need to start investing in to say, in order for me to make the most out of my career and get the Supermax and the All-Star NBA, All-NBA, etc.
Yeah.
I need to start investing in media and PR as much as I do my jump shot.
True. That is true. However, you could do all of that. I think Trae Young does that. And you could still not get in.
He didn't try hard enough.
Look at what happened with Jason Tatum at the Olympics. Steve Kerr straight up told him, I don't know if I'm going to be able to play you this game. And Jason Tatum did not play. In a professional basketball game, Jason Tatum did not get to play because they couldn't find minutes for him. Why? He was on a team with LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, all them. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. That's my chat. But as always, these are just the thoughts of a man sitting on a chair in Joburg. Tell me what you think, right? Is the league just filled with so much talent that it's just crazy? And why is that? Is it just players are more skilled and therefore everyone gets a chance? There's a lot to unpack there. So tell me everything, man. And episode 31, baby. We did it. 31 of them things. Shout out to you. Shout out to NJ. Shout out to me and everybody and everything else that made this possible. None of this. There's no podcast without you. My friend, my dude, my guy. Man, let me get off my knees. Yo, go watch sports. Have a good time. Be nice to your mother. And as always, enjoy the violence.
John Terry should not have slipped in 2008. I'm not upset. I'm not happy about that. He should have.